Others changed lives forever. The sun was setting, casting a golden hue over the city streets. Nathan Hayes adjusted his cufflinks as he stepped out of the restaurant, his mind still replaying the tense business meeting from earlier. Deals had been made, numbers discussed, but none of it mattered now. His sleek, black Aston Martin sat parked at the curb, gleaming under the streetlights, his prized possession, a symbol of everything he had worked for. But as he approached, something made him stop cold. A deep scratch ran across the side of the car, cutting through the flawless paint like an open wound. His jaw clenched. Then he saw her. A little girl, couldn't have been older than 7, stood frozen next to the car, a tiny fingers gripping a broken rock. Her face was pale with fear, her lower lip trembling as she stared at the damage. Nathan exhaled sharply, forcing himself to stay calm. "What did you do?" His voice was steady, but there was an edge to it. The girl's eyes welled up. She swallowed hard, her voice barely a whisper. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." Nathan rubbed his temple, trying to process the situation. A scratch like that would cost thousands to fix. But before he could say anything, a frail woman rushed over, panting as if she had run blocks to get there. "Maya!" she gasped, grabbing the girl's hand. "What did you do?" The woman turned to Nathan, her face full of panic. "I am so sorry, sir. Please, she's just a child. She didn't mean to." Nathan lifted a hand, silencing her. He asked, looking down at the little girl, "Why would you do this?" Maya's tiny hands clenched into fists. She sniffled, glancing at the woman before whispering, "I needed to get your attention." Nathan's brows knitted together. "What?" The woman's eyes darted to the ground as if ashamed, and that's when Nathan noticed it. The hospital bracelet on her wrist. Something told him this was about to be much bigger than a scratch on his car. The air between them grew heavy. Nathan had walked into this moment expecting a simple answer. Carelessness, maybe mischief. But this was something else entirely. He crouched to Maya's level, his voice firm but not unkind. "Why did you need to get my attention?" Maya sniffled again, glancing nervously at her mother, then back at Nathan. Because nobody else would stop." Nathan's chest tightened. "Stop for what?" Maya's mother clutched her own wrist, her fingers brushing against the hospital band as if she wanted to hide it. Her shoulders sagged, and when she finally spoke, her voice was barely more than a whisper. "I lost my job months ago. My husband," she paused, steadying herself, "he passed away last year. I've been doing everything I can, but my daughter is sick." Her breath trembled. "She needs surgery. I've tried every charity, every program, but we don't have insurance. Will help us." Nathan felt a weight settled in his chest. He knew desperation when he saw it, the kind that made people do things they'd never dream of. Maya wiped her nose on her sleeve. "I saw you car and thought, maybe if someone rich like you got mad, you'd at least listen." Silence. Nathan glanced at the scratch again. Just hours ago, he had closed a business deal worth millions. The cost of fixing his car wouldn't even make a dent in his wealth. But for this little girl, one desperate act was all she had left. He let out a slow breath, then stood, pulling his wallet from his pocket. The mother tensed, probably expecting him to demand money for the damage. And Nathan pulled out a business card. "Take this," he said, slipping it into her hand. "Tomorrow morning, go to this hospital. I'll make a call." The woman's brows furrowed. "What do you mean?" Nathan's gaze flickered to Maya, then back to her. "Your daughter's surgery. It's taken care of." The woman gasped, her hands flying to her mouth. Maya's eyes widened, disbelief written all over her tiny face. But why?" the mother stammered, her voice cracking. "You don't even know us." Nathan looked at Maya, the little girl who had scratched his car, not to steal from him, not to cause trouble, but because she had no other choice. His voice was softer this time. Because sometimes the things that matter aren't the ones we can fix with money. It burst into tears, but this time they weren't from fear. They were from something she had almost lost completely. Hope. Maya's mother clutched the business card as if it were a lifeline, her fingers trembling. "I don't know how to thank you," she whispered, tears brimming in her eyes. Nathan exhaled, rubbing the back of his neck. "Just take care of her." His voice was quieter now, almost distant. Maya, wide of face, looking up at him with wide, innocent eyes. "You're not mad at me." Nathan glanced at the scratch again. A deep cut into the paint, something that would have normally enraged him. But standing here in front of a mother, on the edge of collapse, and a little girl who had done the only thing she could think of to save her own life, it didn't seem so important anymore. He crouched down to Maya's level, offering the smallest smile. "I'd take 100 scratches on that car if it meant helping someone like you." Maya let out a tiny giggle, wiping her nose with her sleeve. "It's a really nice car, though." Nathan chuckled. "Yeah, but it's just a car." He tapped her gently on the nose. You're worth way more than that." Maya's mother sobbed quietly, holding her daughter close. Nathan felt a strange lump in his throat, an unfamiliar, something deeper than just sympathy. Tomorrow, he reminded them, standing up again, be at the hospital first thing. The mother nodded frantically. "We will. I promised." Nathan pulled out his phone, already dialing. "I'll set everything up." He turned to walk away, but just as he reached his car, Maya's tiny voice stopped him. "Mr. Nathan?" He turned. Maya has then smiled, her eyes shining despite the dried tears on her cheeks. "When I grow up, I want to be rich like you." Nathan raised an eyebrow. "Yeah, gonna buy a big car too." She shook her head, her answer simple. "Number I want to help people like you do." Nathan stood there, frozen for a moment. Out of all the things she could have said, that was the last thing he expected. Something inside him shifted. With a small nod, he climbed into his car. The scratch still there, still ugly, but now it meant something. A reminder that some things in life were worth more than wealth. As he drove away, he realized something. For the first time in years, he didn't feel like just a rich man. He felt like a good one. Sometimes, the things we think matter most, money, success, perfection, mean nothing in the face of kindness. The real question is, will we recognize it before it's too late?